This is Des with Pretty Girls Love Sports, and I'm in a very new setting for this company. I'm at Colorado. The Buffs had a home game today versus UTSA, the Roadrunners. Now, the Buffs were coming in 8-1, but they suffered their first loss. They were looking to really get that momentum back, especially after finishing finals. So now they have about 2 weeks to really lock in before they get into conference play, which is going to be super important because the Big 12 does have a really competitive conference. UTSA, on the other hand, is coming in. They were 4-5 before, so they wanted to go ahead and beef up their resume by getting a win over a Big 12 team. Unfortunately, the Roadrunners will be going home as the losers for today's game, 88-64. Coming off, they started off really really fierce, being aggressive, even opening up with a three-point shot. But in the second half, they seemed to let the foot off the gas a little bit, defensively, really letting the Buffs come in and do what they do best, getting to the rim and being the Colorado team that this school has learned and loved. Even head coach said in his post-game, we're not excited about the first half. First half, we're going to throw that out the window. But second half was really Colorado basketball, and that's what we have to be and who we have to show up as every time, especially going into Big 12 play. Looking at some of the stats here, I do want to give a good shout out to some of the Roadrunner players because they're going to be super imperative for their time and their team when they get into their conference play. Jameer Simpson, super imperative when he is on the court. Everything flows. He is the navigator of that team. When he plays well, everyone around him plays well. Also, looking at Daniel, number 12, super aggressive at the rim, not afraid to go ahead and get the defensive rebounds. He also has a great shot. Those two players are going to be key for that Roadrunners team for them to continue to have success. Overall, as I said, defensively, they have to really step it up in the second half if they want to be competitive in the AAC. Looking at the Colorado Buffs team, they have their leaders, Isaiah, Barrington. I think these two are going to be really key when it comes to their Big 12 play, especially Barrington. When he plays well, everything else around him seems to fall into place. I think it's going to be important for him to show up every single time and figure out what this team really needs from him as he's the veteran leader on this team. Overall, the Colorado Buffaloes look really good, and I think they can go into conference play if they get more consistent. That second half play, they have to move it into the first half. It has to be consistent across the board, so that way they can continue to lead and leave their mark. The next home game, super duper excited about it, will be on the 17th, and they're doing ugly Christmas sweaters and shirts for a giveaway. Too bad I won't be here for that one. But overall, I think this Buffs team is going to be really good in the Big 12 this year. As you know, I am Des with Pretty Girls Love Sports. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing on all social media platforms at PG Love Sports. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Baby girl, you are so pretty